everyone, how are you? Welcome back to me for my Cookalong, since I haven't been since December. So I'd like to say thank you and Happy New Year. We've just had Valentine's Day. Actually, before that we've had Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day. This weekend is going to be my birthday, so I'm becoming younger, and we've got the end of summer coming up too. So I hope you've had a wonderful time. And did you all enjoy Vanessa's Mexican dish? I know I did. I did on a Friday night, the Mexican dish. I had some friends over. They loved it. So thank you, Vanessa, for that lovely recipe. So I'll just wait for a few more minutes or a few more seconds for a few people to come on board. I can't tell if there are. Vanessa should be on the other side in Sydney, and she'll be able to answer all your questions regarding this recipe. Now, what I'm making tonight is a very simple dish. Is that using cauliflower? So a while ago, cauliflower was in abundance and very, very cheap. So I kind of tend to sort of eat what is in season. This recipe can be done, or you can steam the cauliflower if you want to, and you can cook your pasta on the stove. But I'm doing this all in one because the old school Sicilian way of doing it is do the cauliflower and cook the pasta all in the same pot. So what I'll do now is I'll make the pesto. So I'm going to be using a food processor. It does come with the mini bowl and the internal bowl, but I'm going to be using the main bowl tonight. It's just that I prefer to use that. And insert the large blade. So what I'm going to do is I've got macadamia nuts. I love using macadamia nuts, but you can use whatever you like. Pine nuts, almond, Brazilian nuts, it's up to you. So there goes 50 grams of macadamia nuts. And I've got 1, 2 cloves of garlic. Now I'm going to pulse this. I'm going to put the lid on. Great, if I turn the machine off. So it automatically goes over to food processor. And I'm going to pulse this a few times. So you can... seconds there. Now I'm going to add the basil. So I've got some lovely green basil. I'm just using the leaves. I washed it, and once you wash it, you make sure it's nice and dry. So I did it this morning. Put the leaves in. Now I've got a lemon. Cut it in half. Get that ready. Now, you can either use the Parmesan bio cheese, which is dairy free, or yeast flakes. So it's a personal choice. As I said, if you want to eat dairy, you can use Parmesan cheese, so about the same amount. But tonight I might, I could use either. So we'll go with the Parmesan, vegan Parmesan. So roughly, it's 50 grams. If you can't get the vegan Parmesan, you can use your Nutritional Yeast. Some people can't have fermented type of products, so it all depends. Now, where's my spatula go to? Going to add my salt and pepper. When you write a recipe up, I try and follow it to how I write it. So you know, like it's no big deal if you slightly change it. Add some oil. Put the internal on, and then just stop, have a look, just check the texture that you like. a little bit more. I might just add my lemon juice. I might just do it by hand. About 20 mils, so it depends how big your lemons are. Just want to catch all the pips. Just wipe my hands quickly. Close it. Just give it a bit more. Just pulse it. It's nice and creamy. I'll just show you. Just remove the blade. I want to drop it on there. Have accidents. So that's the consistency that I would like. It's nice and creamy. The white part of the macadamia nuts. I've got a bowl here. I'm going to show you something else afterwards with the food processor while pasta's cooking. But I'm not going to waste anything. So put that into a bowl. Put my blade back in. I'll come back to this in a moment. Now I've got my kettle already boiled. I've been busy today making fresh pasta. I made an eggless one, so using just water and flour. One trick to buying is I actually use lukewarm water, so I get it in Cook Expert, and the recipe is in the actual book. So I'm going to pour approximately about 1.5 litres of water into the metal bowl. I find having the water already boiled helps speed up things, but it's not necessary. Okay. Now you could use dry pasta. If you're using dry pasta, I do recommend that. Okay, close a bit. That will take a bit longer. What's that? It'll take a little bit longer. Get back. It's okay. Okay, so what we're now to. So I'm going to add my salt. Now I'm using about 2 tablespoons of salt, and that is to get the water boiling faster. And again, the salt is up to your dietary requirements. So I'm going to now set this on 2 minutes, 0 at 120. So we just kind of go set to 2 minutes or close to it. 0 and 120. I might go 140. 120, there it goes. Automatically, if you just do it this way, it goes to 120. Turn it on, auto. So once the water boils, I will add the cauliflower. I've got my cauliflower already chopped up. So if you have smaller pieces or big pieces, it's not a problem. It should be boiling now. So once I can see it's boiling, it probably takes less than 2 minutes, to be honest. So you want to bring it up to a nice boil. The water is about to bubble. Might be about a minute. And yeah, now it's coming up to a boil. It's a shame I can't, because I'm on my own, I can't show you what's going on inside. But it's just great just to watch the bubbles come up. And it should be almost there. Okay, so now I'm going to add, always turn the lid away from you. You don't want the steam. Just place cauliflower in. Give that another 2 more minutes. I'll bring it up here. It's still on 0 and 120, and that shouldn't take too long. Now I have made the pasta, as I said, it's that's it here. You can see that. That's about 300 grams. I've got some more in the fridge, so whatever I have left over, I'll use up next day. I might make something else with it. And you use, I mix the dough in there in the Cook Expert, and then once I mix the dough, wrap it in plastic, sit it in the fridge for about half an hour before you roll it out. The longer you leave it, the easier it is to. So while that's happening, I want to show you. I don't know if I can do this. I might be struggling. I haven't practiced this or anything, but what I normally do is when I do my pesto, I tend to use whatever's left over, make like a herb butter. So I'm going to do this without the garlic. Or watch all this multitasking here. So I've got like half a tub of vegan, but you can use whatever non-dairy margarine you like. Now I've just got a bit of parsley. I've got some purple basil. Pop that in. And normally I'll do this before I would use the metal bowl. It's about to come to a boil. Just watching it. And you can do this in advance. Okay, so I'll just pulse this, and it's nice to have your own. Okay, and now I'm going to add the pasta that's boiled. Give that a bit of a stir with a spatula. Just mix it through. I want to go more than 300 grams of fresh pasta, and it doesn't take very long to cook. Okay. And this time I'll go 5 minutes. Probably take less than that. On 1A, so move the blade thing and select 1A, and then 120, and let it cook. Now what I'm going to do is, once it stirs and stuff, I know you can do it with a spatula, but I just like to bring it over and bring it down to 0. The reason why is that I want to cook evenly without stirring, without anything breaking up. So while that's happening, I'm going to go back here, right, and just pulse this. I might just add a little bit of oil, just to make it a little bit smoother. Going to add a bit more salt and pepper to it. But if you want to add garlic, you can. Just a bit more. And then you have a lovely her butter. I'll just take it out. Again, better watch the blades. They're quite sharp. Just move it over here for safety. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on that. So did everyone have a nice Valentine's Day? Did you get flowers or did you prepare something special for Valentine's using Cook Expert or your food processor? Make cookies or cake? I made cakes instead. That should be, how many more minutes I've got there? I'll just bring it up, I can't really see. Starting to come up to a boil. So if you're using hard pasta, what I normally do is about 5 minutes, and then I just, after 5 minutes, I let it sit in the bowl. The reason why is that the thermal heat continues cooking, so you won't need to worry about over spilling or water coming out, and you got. And if it does, which I have done that, press and stop, and just stops. Everything just stops automatically. Even if you open the lid, it just stops. So what I'm going to do now is, while that's being prepared, I'm going to I'll just show you. Make a bit of space here. I don't normally rehearse all these, so it's kind of like I practice what I need to make, and then I made some baguettes, or what I call baguettes. Where's my knife? Well, that is cooking. It's a little bit slow tonight. Must be because everyone's gone back to work and everyone's just busy that time of the evening. Everyone's using the power. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And you put that under the griller or in the air fryer. We also have our promotion happening at the moment too, which ends on the 20th of February, and that's the Chinese New Year promotion. And you just go onto the link, submit your details, and you receive, you need to pay for postage handling $25. But that finishes on the 20th, and I think you've got until the 6th of March to submit all your receipts in to claim your offers. So while I've just done all that, and we might go through the promotion quickly. You know what I'm having for dinner. You can also sprinkle some cheese on top. Just do a bit of cheese. Now I'm gonna put that on the side. Just wipe my bench. Now this is. Now check to see if your pasta is cooked and it's al dente. Just needs a little bit more. Cauliflower will be just tender, not mushy. Now I'm going to reserve about a cup of water Now, if you like a cauliflower like nice and soft, you can just continue cooking it, cook it a bit longer. And the reason why I'm doing this is that sometimes just need to add a bit of water to make it a bit more creamy. Just wipe this up. So I'm going to strain this quickly. Before I do that, I might just add a little bit of oil. Just a bit, not too much. I'm going to add now my pesto through it. You can add as much as you like. I tend to use a whole lot. Might just add, this is now where I was saying to you why I reserve a bit of water. It all depends on the pasta that you're using. And I'm going to add a bit of lemon zest. And some cheese. Okay, so just give me a second, I'm just going to turn the air fryer on. So that's what it looks like. Don't want to spill it. Can you see all that? Can you see it? Okay. Is that better? So that's my dinner. And in a few more moments, I've got my mum. She's dying to have the bread cooked, so we can wait. But any other ideas for what you guys would like to see, please let us know. And also, look, I do the one-to-one demos. You make a booking and we can go through the cook expert or the food processor and answer your questions, show you easy techniques or tricks that can help you make your life a little bit easier. What else? Yeah, I've just went blank just then, so I do apologise. He's coming up with it. Okay, so you know what it looks like when the bread is toasted, so it'll be nice and crunchy. And I should have had the air fryer on before to heat it up. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a lovely evening. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time, and I'm working on this vegan tofu tom yum soup. I actually quite like it. It's quite easy to do. Getting the ingredients was a bit of a challenge for me, but hopefully on the 2nd of March I hope to show you how easy it is to make this tofu tom yum soup. So I would like to say thank you very much. Thank you, Vanessa, for answering everyone's questions, and the recipe will be up on the app, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.